Now mounting the rear nose cone onto here is going to be slightly more complicated, not too bad. We can start by creating the flange that will stick into the main body from the nose. Let's right click and open this part in its own window. And let's start by grabbing this face, and we can create a sketch on that face because it is planar. So let's sketch on that face, grab this interior edge, and use convert entities to bring that into our sketch. We'll exit the sketch, and then run an extrude boss feature. Then we'll do a thin feature on that, and we're going to flip the direction of that so it's going inward instead of out by 3 millimeters. I'm going to turn on draft, so we're going by 3 millimeters inward. Perfect. I'll go in direction 2 as well, and instead of blind, let's go up to next. So it'll just go right up to the main body and stop. Perfect. I am going to draft that by 3 degrees in the opposite direction, so these guys go together, one smooth face all the way in. Exit that. Perfect. We now have a flange. It's going to meet up perfectly, no problem at all. Love it. Great. The problem is, though, the other side, right? The other side is going to be a little bit more tricky to do. It shouldn't be too terribly awful, but it, let's open that part up and see what we can do with it. All right, before we do our surface cut, though, let's actually go ahead and add this feature. All right, so let's go to Extrude Boss. I'll grab this back face to sketch on, take this interior edge and convert that in, and then we can exit the sketch. It's going to fire off our extrude, and I'm going to flip the direction of it, and we're going to make it thin feature, yes, and it's going to be 3 millimeters thick. We are going to draft it by 3 millimeters in that direction. And that's perfect. And we're going to go by 12 millimeters straight in, which is exactly what we need. Hit OK. That looks pretty decent, except the only problem is it's merged. So let me edit that feature and do not merge result. Perfect. So this is separate, just what we needed. And one little thing you'll notice is that you can see that our surface doesn't quite make it all the way to the mid-plane. We need it to. So let's go to our direct editing and move face. We're going to move this face and this top one, just so that they extend over the center of our model. Just so they go all the way over the right plane. 10 millimeters is fine. Hit OK. And then I can run my surfaces, cut with surface, grab the right plane, and I'm not going to auto-select. Let's select this guy. That's the only one I want to cut. Make sure the arrow is pointing toward the part we want to cut off, and hit OK. That extra step makes it so that this face is coplanar with that face, which we're going to need it to be in just a minute. Now, when we bring back our surface cut, it's going to cut out the bottom but leave this hoop going all the way down, which is what I wanted. I wanted for that to be there. And then when we do our mirror operation, let's edit that feature. And under Bodies to Mirror, we'll add in this feature as well. Hit OK. And we now have one completed body with a hoop that goes all the way around, and all of that is in draft. And that should work just fine for us. There's details that we could do, but details, schmeetails. We'll just close this up, head back, and we now have a flange that meets up pretty well. Actually, it's drafted the wrong direction, isn't it? Let's just edit this in context. Head down here to our extrude thin. I'll edit that feature, draft outward, hit OK, exit the part. Much better. That's the beauty of working in context. You can see those mistakes when you make them. It's always good to know you can recover from mistakes like that. All right, let's connect the front piece as well.